Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of Gushing over Magical Girls. Named Ron Com speaking, and this is episode 7 review of it. Now, I finally got a chance to watch it, finally. After a couple days of work, I finally got a chance to finally sat down and watch this. This is my day off. Now, I've watched this episode, and here's the kicker to this. Here's the question that we should all be thinking about. What is magical girls? What's the definition of being a magical girl? That's the definition of it. What's the definition of it? Well, in my eyes, the definition of years of watching magical girls animes that tells you on the positive side, not going darker than all those darker magical girls, but when you look back on like Card Captor Sakura, when you look at Pretty Cure, when you look at Sailor Moon, one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic magic girl anime of all time, it teaches you the value of positivity. It teaches you the value of teamwork. It teaches you the value of facing evil when danger's there. And they fight, sacrifice everything they can to save the world. Pretty simple definition in ways. But this episode kind of like defines the plot of it. Like, I get it. The whole premise of Gushing over Magic Girls is us guys just fantasizing, doing these fan service BDSM things to Magic Girls. But what you don't see is why you're a Magic Girl and why is it important for it, and why is it important to be a Magic Girl in the first place. And that's what this episode was all about. So without further ado, let's get right to it with episode 7 review of Gushing over Magical Girls. Now, everybody, we have seen, the rise of magical girls and how they became who they are, as to why they are the magical girls as of today. Sayo, Azul, the blue magical girl, she has been most useless out of the 3. She has been more useless. Magenta. Okay, the pink hair one, I give you that. She's kind, caring. She makes you feel like she's the leader of the group, being that she's, again, kind, help others, bringing a smile to everyone's face, being like the mom of the group. Okay. And then it's the yellow one, who is my least favorite magical girl, by the way, my least favorite. I mean, she hit people with a brick. She doesn't even care. She's just there for the money. But at least she fights, Like, that's that. But then it's the blue one, who is actually not my least favorite. I have her like maybe 4th favorite magical girl. But she's been more useless the entire 6 episodes leading towards this one. She has been the least favorable one. I mean, she's always getting caught first. She's always the first one getting caught out of the 3. Have you guys noticed that? Every time when something happens, she's always get caught first. So Sayo's been down on her luck since these battles. I mean, like, the beginning, she was just getting tickled and she ain't fighting back. So there are questions about Sayo as to why she's a magical girl in the first place. That's what this whole episode is about. Sayo's way of becoming one. I mean, why? Like, we did get her backstory as to why she became one. I mean, like, her reasons, like she wants to help others. That's the simple reason. That scene where she's in the shower touching herself, she felt like she wants to be touched even more. But even though her desire since the beginning has been always like, tease me, abuse me, please, I want all that. She still can't let that go. So as for Utena, wanted to go to the Magic Girl exhibition, the Magical Girl exhibit. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm glad Kiwi didn't go. I'm so glad Kiwi's my top 3. I'm glad Kiwi didn't go to Utena with the Magic Girl, because if she was to go with her to a Magic Girl exhibit, you know how disrespectful she will do to these merch and all that shit. She'll make people cry. She'll like, fuck this bitch, fuck this bitch, fuck this bitch, and all that shit. She will go hard knocks on it. She would go hard knocks on it. That's why I'm glad Utena did not take her to the Magic Girls. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I mean, if she was to go, it would be a funny segment all around. But I admire Utena's work as being like a fan of magical girls. I mean, literally, her closet is full of magical girls. I am jealous of her because I don't have a collection like that in my closet. I mean, my closet is just clothes, and on top is my Naruto mangas, but I don't have like figures. I mean, all my figures is right here. It's in order. Like there's the Ricos, there's the mangas, and all that. But my point is, her closet is full of that shit. And Utena's like, we have been in her shoes. Like, if there was an exhibit, I'm pretty sure y'all will go inside and grab any merch. Just like with the Demon Slayer thing. They had a Demon Slayer event, and everybody just going in all Demon Slayer merches. So I can understand her because we, like myself, have been in her shoes. When there was like an exhibit, you wait in line, and then when the first door opened, you get every merch of whatever character you want to get out of it. Likes that. So, Sayo looked inside, see this, going to a fan episode to see an episode of what it is to be a magical girl. Never giving up, facing the force of evil. That's Utena's favorite show, growing up. So, Sayo went one-on-one with Utena. Now, the fight was okay. The fight was good. Not saying it was okay, but it was good. It's got to that fan service cliche that we've seen on a regular basis. Them with the scissors, cutting her clothes, then with the ice shards. Like Utena, but Sayo, I got a message for Sayo, and I'm going to get right to it. Sayo, Azul, Blue Magic Girl, you're disrespecting the magical girl. You're disrespecting your role as a magical girl. You're disrespecting the element of water, man. Water and ice. Like, you're disrespecting it. Sailor Mercury, is my favorite Sailor Scout in Sailor Moon franchise. I don't care if you say it's Moon, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn. I don't care. Mercury is my favorite Sailor Scout because Sailor Mercury, she's the brains of the group. And I remember the episode I remember when Sailor Moon, this leader, said, we need Amy. She's our brain. We need Ami. She's our brain. And even Sailor Venus knew that she's the brains of the group. Without them, they'll be suckish. But that's here and there. Anyway, during the fight, Utena went in, Brazier, magical Brazier, I call it Brazier anyway. Brazier used the panda and used it as a BDSM torture device all over again with a ball tied around her mouth. You see those kind of like, but the ball now, it was so freaking great to see that again. Now, even though the fan service was there plot-wise, the point of all this was Sayo broke down. She broke down. She literally broke down to a point where she like, please, Magic Bracer, tell me more, please. Like, at that moment, she broke herself as being a hero. Like, she literally broke herself into like, just use me, please use me. That I like the visual animation of that, showing how deviant she is with those heart-shaped eyes. Like, she wants to get tortured even more. But Utena is not having that. She is not having that. She's like, you are disrespectful to the Tres Magica. You disrespected the heroes of magical girls all around. And I get where Utena's coming from. It's like, she looked up to you. It was always Tres Magica. Those three has been fighting evil on a regular basis. She looked up to you. She looks up to you, and kids look up to you, and everyone else does. But the way you're acting now is like, you just don't give a shit anymore. It's like, you just gave up. You just want to become a villain off just like that. That's not how that works. That's not how Magic Girls works in terms of like, hey, I'm going to become a villain already. No, you just gave up. You wanted to lose so bad, yet you want Magic Bracer to beat the shit out of you on a regular basis, and you enjoy all the torture that's going around. That's what you want. So Utena, I get where she's coming from in terms of like, you disrespectful you disrespecting your role as being a freaking hero. You're disrespecting the role of being Dress Magica. What happened to, like, because you go back to magical girls in anime, it's always about teamwork, never giving up, the friendship around you, and honesty. Those things that you see on a regular basis, because every magical girl tells a story and has a lesson involved with all that. But with Sayo, the blue hair one, she just like, she forgot all her morals of what it is to be a magical girl. And because of that, Utena is disrespectful, just like, you're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. That's not how I wanted you to be. So just give up, crawl in the corner, I don't care. And she just left. Now, I have been waiting for this now. After 7 long episodes, we finally got to see the 4 together. Like, I get it. In the opening, we did see them. We did see those 4. But now they got dialogue. And now I'm looking forward to see them next week. Because next week is going to be their debut of the 4. The evil 4. So I'm going to look forward for that. But overall, though, this episode really, like, fan service was there. But the premise of this episode was focusing on Sayo and what she really desires as, like, what do you want? You want to be a match? You want to be the blue hair Azul magic girl that everyone look up to? Or do you just want to be a villain? I mean, just be a servant / dog to Utena for Utena's sake. Like, what is the role? And that's what this episode's all about. Like, guys, as you watch this, I get it. The plot, it's all that. But if you look closely at this episode, you understand what Utena is saying to Sayo in the dialogues. Is more like, in the way, like, yeah, may not be you, but you got to be like a magical. You got to be the definition of what everyone look up to. And that's what this episode's all about. So, I look forward for next week's episode of Gushing Over Magic Girls. I can't wait to see these other 4. I can't wait to see this. So, I look forward to it. So, see you next week.